Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Now you might remember last year I made a video talking about FIFA 20 for Nintendo Switch, and if you don't know, what EA essentially did was repackage FIFA 18 for Nintendo Switch and FIFA 19 for Nintendo Switch and basically make it FIFA 20. They basically copy and pasted the entire game and made it just on Switch. They didn't change anything, they didn't update anything, they only updated basically what was just the title screen. They didn't change anything, it was just the title screen they changed and just the box art and the icon for the game. Now, obviously, with the PlayStation, Xbox versions and PC, everything changes with FIFA every year. You know, there's going to be new additions, teams change and, they're going to add different features to it. There's a career mode that's different every year, there's Ultimate Team that's different every year. But with the Switch versions, we've been having the same game just repackaged from basically 2018. FIFA 18 was the same version. FIFA 19 was the same version, copy and pasted. So was FIFA 20 last year as well. And now EA have now done it again. And I want to make a video talking about it because, there's a lot of people buying FIFA 21 for Switch who have already bought the previous versions that think it is a different game. Now, of course, if you buy FIFA 21 for Xbox, it's going to be different than FIFA 20 on the Xbox. Buy it on Switch, it is literally the same game but with a different title screen. EA have changed nothing. Now, of course, many people are really annoyed by this because EA are still charging what is essentially 50 quid just for an icon change and just for a logo change. And there's no sort of differences there. Even if you can still pay 50 quid on another platform and get a completely different game with the updates and everything. The Switch version does not get the updates. Now, EA are calling this a Legacy Edition, and they are saying on the eShop, if you look at it, that there is some differences. There's going to be no differences between the last version, so they're not really false advertising, but it does seem kind of scummy. It doesn't seem that moral what they're doing right now. And there's probably people out there that will be in a shop or be on the eShop and want to buy this year's FIFA for the Switch. And if you like FIFA, that's fair enough. Buy it on Xbox. FIFA 21 is going to be different to FIFA 20. I'm not saying they're the same game here. I'm saying if you buy it on Nintendo Switch, EA haven't done any changes. They've just changed the start screen. And yeah, they are advertising this, but unless you are, really knowing what you're looking at here, many people are going to be fooled by this. And many people are rightly annoyed when they've actually bought this game for another 50 quid, when really all they are getting is just that title screen change. Now, EA could argue that, it does say Legacy Edition on the box, but I don't really think that's clear. I feel like we should have a bit more clarity on the box saying this is the same content as, FIFA 18, 19 and 20, just repackaged again. And I think even if you have, one of those older games, I feel like you should get a free update because they don't change anything. It hasn't changed anything. Of course, when you buy it on Xbox, when you buy it on PlayStation, whatever the case may be, there's going to be, new updates to the game. They change it every year. But the Switch version, they've just been copying and pasting it each year in a row. And, this must mean it's selling. They've done this for 2 years now in the past, and they're now doing it again, I guess now for the 3rd year, and people are still buying this. And I don't really know if people are buying it for the right reasons. I feel like there's a lot of people out there that are actually being tricked by this to thinking that, FIFA 21 is actually a different experience on Nintendo Switch in comparison to FIFA 20. Of course, it would be like that on any other platform but the Switch. And you might also be wondering, why is this the case? Xbox and PlayStation can get updates, Xbox, PlayStation, PC, or whatever the case may be, they can get, a better experience. Why can't the Switch do that? And, EA hasn't really come out and said anything definitive here, but many people are speculating is that the Switch can't handle it, or it would take too much effort for EA to actually do the porting process on the Switch. There's many rumours of people saying that, the Switch can't handle the Frostbite engine, which is fair enough, but, they've shown that they can get FIFA working without that Frostbite engine, on, hardware that isn't as powerful. There isn't really an excuse for EA to keep repackaging the game, though. If the game can't come to Switch because the Switch can't run it, you shouldn't then be repackaging the old game every single year. Many people are seeing this as that they're charging £50 for essentially a game they bought last year. And I know that's not the case with FIFA because FIFA gets updates on the other consoles, but the Switch hasn't seen that this year. This is a really weird situation, I'll be completely honest here, and we've never seen a company do this before. I'm not going to say this is out of the ordinary, this is so completely strange, we've never seen it before. And I don't know, I don't think this should happen. Obviously, I think it's morally wrong that they're selling the same product for the same price, expect people to buy it twice, but it's really weird with EA because they have tried to support the Switch a little bit more. We are seeing Apex Legends come to the Switch next year now. So maybe in FIFA 22 we'll actually see a full proper FIFA 22, or at least some kind of update from FIFA 21. What's really frustrating about this is, if EA really wanted to put the effort into making this good, they could have done something maybe with crossplay and had crossplay between Xbox, PlayStation, or whatever the case may be. You know, similar to things that we've seen with Fortnite and Rocket League. You know, FIFA, let's look at it, let's face it, it's not going to be that much of a demanding game. You can turn down the graphics, you can make it run. You know, that's why people are more frustrated with EA here, because they're just copying and pasting the same thing each year, not doing any of the changes, and expect people to buy it. Anyway, that's pretty much an update on FIFA for this year for Switch. Of course, the situation has kind of got worse because they're just, once again, copying and pasting it. But yeah, let me know what you think. You know, what's your thoughts on FIFA? Are you going to skip the Switch version? I would skip the Switch version if you have any other version on Switch. You know, if you want to play FIFA 21, you know, the best place to play it is on other platforms, and that's because EA just aren't supporting the Switch. And I wanted to make this video, you know, just if anybody's looking at reviews of FIFA 21 and deciding if they want to get it for Switch, you know, just to say, look, this is going to be the same game if you've already got it. So yeah, don't know. Let's just see. You know, let me know your comments. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments. If you're going to get FIFA 21, I'd recommend getting it for Xbox or PlayStation. But let me know your thoughts. Are you still picking up the Switch version? Do you enjoy the Switch version? Are you frustrated that the game is literally the same, just with a different title screen since 2018, 2019? Yeah, let me know your thoughts, and I guess I'll see you in another update.